The year's 1846, and the first baseball game is ever played at Ellison Field. New York 9 defeated the New York Knickerbockers by 23-1 in the 4 innings. Yeah, but no, deadass, that was the first ever baseball game. I'm not making this shit up. See right here.
And if not,
baseball, being a staple of American culture and one of, if not the oldest sports in American history. Speaking of baseball, can you beat Dying Light as a baseball player? I mean, so what if there's zombies roaming the streets just want to eat and rip you apart? With every challenge run on a game, you have to set some boundaries. Number 1, since there are many different kinds of quote-unquote baseball bats, the ones that will qualify for that rule is if they're made out of wood and are a baseball bat. For example, a table leg and a plank, which, yes, is wood, however, isn't a baseball bat. The reason I say this is because there are parts of the game where you're kind of just forced to use weapons that technically aren't a bat, but could be argued that they are, so I'm just going to say anything that is mainly wooden is a bat or has a bat icon. 2. Not trying to get into many spoilers, but there's a part of the game where all your items get taken and you're put in a situation where you just can't really use a wooden item. For any reason that I gatekeep from using a wooden item or a weapon that falls in the previously stated category, then that wouldn't count for a failed run. You can have different opinion, but I just don't want to get halfway through the game for the run to fail for, me being gatekeep. 3. Feet. Feet? Well, legs. That might sound confusing. Let me clarify. If you've watched a baseball game before, which I have not, you see the players sliding to whichever base they are heading to. For this run, anything from waist down are included. That means that sliding, drop kicking, kicking in general, and smashing heads open with their feet are allowed. Now, I'll also have a perk called Ram, which essentially just lets me run into them, so that's going to be allowed as well. 4. Not that this is super important, but could still be seen as a kill that could happen. When going through a skill tree, you unlock the previous stated perks, or just when running into a zombie, you could be able to knock them over. If you get it just right, you could have a chance to knock that enemy over and put them in a corner or a small crevice that will kind of entity cram them. That would be allowed because there wouldn't really be my ability to control where they go, but anyways, let's get on with this video. Oh yeah, spoilers.
oh yeah, and hardest difficulty. Forgot to say that. Moving on.
Waking up or loading in. Either one, we wake up on a plane or given a brief overview of our mission in the quarantine zone from, well, the GRE, which are the people that sent us here. Giving me a radio and heading down, I'm tasked to retrieve a stolen file that contains the virus that started this whole mess. Gliding down softly, I popped my parachute and got stuck in a tree. Cutting myself down, I broke my legs and am immediately mugged. Detroit. Popping a cap in somebody, they run off, but in the effect of capping MFer, a horde of zombies start to surround me.
As they start to surround me, I get bit, and
an unnamed girl and guy save me by dragging me into a building. Following that, the guy gets immediately mauled to death. Blacking out, I wake up to be laying in an apartment building. Listening to my surroundings, I hear 2 kids running off screaming. Getting up and walking over, I look out the window and admire the view, which looks terrific, I guess. Leaving the room, I'm greeted by a resident of the building who tells me to go up to room 190 and meet the boss. While on my way up, I'm badmouthed and am even pointed at. What you mean, yeah, badmouthing somebody is one thing. But pointing at somebody, the person you're talking to, right next to you, that is a new level of disrespect. Making my way up to the room and opening the door, I got distracted and watched the TV for like 3 minutes straight. Opening the sliding door, I make my way to the boss and, seeing my radio, I haggle it back, then he calls me a lazy asshole. You know, I'm starting to get a recurring theme from this place. Before leaving, he mentioned something about a 13th floor and somebody being trapped in. Making my way to the elevator, I went up to the next floor, or whatever floor I was on, and oh god, what happened here? Looking at a baby carrier and around the corner, nothing was there, so taking my little dude-out phone out that I got back, I contacted the GRE and what the hell is that noise? Picking up the lead pipe next to me and made my way down the hall. Now, you know and I know that I can't use this, so having to kill him, I just kicked him to death. Her to death? It to death? I think. Opening the door, there's a guy bleeding, and well, he told me to go and grab some stuff to create a medkit. Going around the dorms, I looted what I could and made my way to him. Putting the gauze on his arm, the doctor came in, and took care of him, leaving again my first Survivor XP, but that's probably the first and last time you're going to hear about that, because leaving I got a call from him, the guy that was, I talked to about before, that guy, told me to come back to the room we met. Make my way into the room, I entered in on some family drama about how Raheem was going to kill himself with explosives, or something like that. It's not important right now. Raheem told me to go find some new clothes and head to the top of the building. After getting new clothes and, heading up there, I made my way up to the top of the crane. Raheem tasked me with going through a course, since if you want to be a runner, you have to prove it, like running, jumping, climbing, all sorts of things. Finishing and making my way back, I had a seizure. Making my way over, I learned that I was turning into a biter and had to get some antizin fast, telling me to go and meet Dr. Zier to get some. Going downstairs, I took my daily items from the quartermaster and headed out to Dr. Zier. While walking over, I went to a house and killed my first zombie. Well, technically second, but first out of the tower. It doesn't matter. Going to Zier, I got antizin and was sent to Spike to retrieve a mission. Spike gave me firecrackers and told me to go and set up traps for Brecken's runners. Before doing that, I looked around for weapons and useful resources, finding pretty much nothing. I went to activate the traps, and over the comm, Jade sent a call to save a trapped man in a building, which he can wait, because I have to look around for a usable weapon. Now, you're probably thinking, why didn't I just find a plank to use? Well, I just wanted to use regular bats for the beginning of the game, and only save planks in that when it was necessary, to which later I'll talk about. Well, while trying to find a weapon, I leveled up in agility and unlocked my first point. Looking around for a weapon and finding nothing. Again, I saved the guy. Listen, alright, I did the best I could. He was kind of already turned. It's fine. After that, I contacted the GRE, and then had to do more traps. Flipping on the last one, knocked out the power grid. Going over to the power station, I tried to open up a circuit breaker, which, what the fuck, dude? I can't even hit this guy. Sneaking past him, I flipped on the power and skedaddled out of there, making my way back to the safe zone. And there's a green dude, just chilling there. Waking up, I went to Spike and he gave me a remote for the traps I set up. Following that, I tried to find a bat again. And again, I didn't find one. However, I did level up in agility, which I mean, hooray. Then I met with the GRE. These guys kinda suck. There's literally no point to talk to them. Going and meeting with the actual leader, Brecken, he was either tasked with antizin out of the airdrops, or going to Rise. Like, Rise, a person, not rising in the air. Essentially, he's just a megalomaniac. Going with the first option of trying to get more from the airdrops, I went outside and had to call the GRE again. And I told them about Rise, but found an airdrop with nothing in it. And what's that? Another one? Make my way over there, and there were zombies guarding it. Keep in mind, I had literally nothing to kill them. Opening the crate, I called the GRE, and they told me to burn the antizin. Why? I guess because Rise is the guy that has the file. So what did I do? I could have saved the antizin, came back, saved tons of people there. But no, I burned it. And you know what sucks? It's nighttime. When it's nighttime, the guys that run super fast and that will kill you instantly are out. Running away and somehow making it back alive, I went into the tower and met with Brecken. Going up top, they discussed about having to talk with Rise. And since I have to meet Rise to get the file, I voted on myself to go and get the antizin from him. Great! So not only is it night, but I don't have a weapon. And just when I didn't have a weapon, I found one. Making my way to Rise, I leveled up to 5 and entered the complex. There was a guy getting his hand chopped off. Walking over to me, he said that I had to do some stuff for him so that I could get antizin. Then he sent me to talk with Kareem. Kareem giving me antennas? Antennas to repair, and guess what? Now I have to talk with the GRE again. Going over to the nearest antenna, I leveled up and...
I'm shouting because this fucked up infected motherfucker with guts hanging out of his mouth just spit a bunch of toxic snot at me.
Well, there you have it. That's essentially what happened.
Looking in the control panel box, the components were taken, so I did go off to another one.
Once getting there, I threatened a man, leveled up, and got a new mission from Rise to go and collect some money. So, yeah, that's always nice. Going back to him to get my payment of antizin, and I'm not even joking, Rise goes on like a 20-minute expose about how choices is yours, and you're just a little, blah, 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 blah. Bro, just give me my antizin. I don't care about you. Then, only giving me 5 vials. He said how he would be fine with trading a person for antizin. And talking to the GRE, they told me to do it. Like, what? You know, I'm starting to get a feeling that these GRE guys aren't the best. With the antizin, I went back and once arrived, learned that there was an outbreak in a floor and killed everybody. Going up to Brecken, he popped a blood vessel about children dying, stuff like that. It doesn't really matter. Went up to the roof and Raheem almost fell off and talking to him about blowing the volatile nest with explosive. I leveled up and picked dropkick after that. Jade had the feeling of breaking in the school and where Rise keeps his stuff. Think of it as a storage unit. Meeting Jade in a boxcar, we made our way down and nothing happened. Nothing at all. For some reason, I couldn't get into this school without dying. I don't know why, but for some reason, my handicapped brain just couldn't get in. But finally getting in, I went through a hatch in the roof. While in there, I found a skeleton, and this is where the challenge of this run really started to show. I died way too much, and it's only going to get worse from here. Battling my way through, I found Jade. I hope Anderson's gonna be in here. This would solve all of our problems. Oh, leaving the school, I opened the door and saw another green infected dude that ran off. Going to the tower, I talked to Raheem about the explosive and made sure that he wouldn't go and explode. And that hive himself. Right? He wouldn't do that. Then I went to Zir and talked about that green guy, of course. And of course, sent to go and get a tissue sample of it. Fetched the bolter tissue and returned to Zir. He plugged the meat sample in that I got, and it showed all the mutations that were happening. Nah, who cares about that? Remember when I told you Raheem about the explosives? He wouldn't try and do that himself. No, he wouldn't do that. You already know the answer, of course. Raheem got jumped by zombies and crawled into a train yard. Entering, I killed all the roaming zombies, opened up the door, and he already set the bomb. Oh, I have to take it. Great. Crawling my way through the sewer, I reached the other side, planted the bombs, and...
Hey, Raheem! It worked, man! Hey, your plan worked, kid! Raheem? Hey, do you copy?
Finding Raheem, I grabbed him and took him back to the tower, which is what I would want to say. He got his neck snapped. Oh, okay, what do you want me to do? Well, now I have to go tell Brecken. Great. Listen, man, it wasn't my fault. What did you want me to do? Dude, chill. Wait, Jade? Jade, come back. What do you mean, do you hear that? Hear what? Oh, shit. Jumping out of the window, Rise made an appointment to see Zir. That's supposed to be funny. He stole Zir and the tissue sample and blew everything up. Talking to a guy laying down, they took him back to Rise's place. Going over there, I snuck in first try. Yep, first try. Running past everybody and making my way down to the 3rd floor, I wanted to kill myself. I died so many times. I literally wanted to kill myself. Every guard had a gun. I couldn't move 30 feet without getting shot. I had to kill every single one because they were a required kill. Saving Dr. Zir, it was an ambush, what do you expect? And taken to a thing called a pit for Rise's Men Entertainment. It's literally just a giant hole. Here I fight zombies and... Wait, why do I hear boss music? Oh, that's what the boss music is from. Having to kill a Demolisher, it's pretty much... He's just a huge guy that literally just wants to kill me. Beating it, I went to Rise, and with having Zir dead, escaping for my life, I left and passed out on my way back. Well, from the seizures, of course. Waking up in a box, Brecken saved me and brought me to a dock and told me that Rise is looking for me. Brecken told me that Jade passed through the sewers with a group called the Saviors. Going after Jade, I went to the Saviors. They pointed me in the direction of the sewers and told me to head there. Entering the sewers, I was let through and was on my way. Until halfway through, I got ambushed by Rise's men and sold out. Killing his men, I moved on and made it out to the other side. Entering Sector 0, over the radio, a girl named Troy pointed me in the direction of her tower. Entering, I asked her if she knew where Jade was. They pointed me in the direction of a college, and guess what? She's not there. The fuck. So after running around like a chicken with its head cut off, I was called back to the tower and was shown a video of Outside World where they were gonna firebomb Haran. That's not that bad. Wait a minute, I'm in Haran. No! Now, we have to save Haran and get them to stop the bombing. Meeting with a guy named Michael, our goal now was to set off explosive to make a signal, planting 1, 2, 3, 4 charges, and I went to the outside to see the signals flare up. What the fuck, bro? Getting a call with Jade, we decided to make a meeting spot. And Rise took her. Rise kidnapped her. Fucking hell, dude. Can I catch a break, bro?
Rise took Jade to a museum and not only to break in and save her. Knowing that it couldn't just go through the front, there's an underneath part that could be accessed. Find the museum custodian. If you don't know what that is, it's just a guy that knows the layout of a building, I think. Hold on, let me just look that up. A person to employ to clean and maintain a building. My bad. Talking to him, he gave me the underground layout, and off I was. Sneaking into the museum, I came across an opening and saw Rise. Some more monologuing, yada yada yada, got jumped by Rise's men. And some more. Died some more. And more. And more. Entering the building, I saw Jade laying on the floor, and of course, Rise with his monologue. Then, tried to trap and kill us with zombies. Finishing the zombies, I had a seizure and had an absolute hell of a time with fucking hallucinations, Jesus Christ. Finishing the hallucinations, Jade stabbed me with antizin, and, well, in turn, I snapped her neck. Rice sent down to here, his right-hand man, and while in the seizures, they took all my weapons. And I couldn't use a bat, or any wooden weapon for that matter. So, technically, I failed to run, but nah, that'd be lazy and boring. Moving on, I killed Tahir and got my weapons back and left. So, remember that building and the firebombing of Haran? Well, we still have to do something. So, meeting with Troy, she told me that I have to go all the way over there to get on an antenna. And with the hack disk, putting it in, I could break the signal barrier and be able to talk on the other side. Did I mention that I have to go through the sewers again? Going to the sewers, I got to a point where I'm not even joking, there was just 500 zombies just continuously coming. Making it out on the other side, I saw the big antenna tower and the surrounding I had to go through. Dropping down, guess what? I needed a key card to turn on the antenna tower. And hey, guess what? While trying to find it, you know how the zombies are just flabs at me that can't do anything? They threw weapons at me. They threw weapons at me. How? Finding the keycard, I went inside to turn on the power switch, and moving on. Turning on the transformer, then the control panel, the cable snap, and sent the elevator falling down. So, just like every other antenna tower, you gotta climb all the way up. Making my way up to the top, I switched out and saved the city from total destruction, I think in like a matter of 10 seconds. Making my way back through the sewers, I had to drop off a sample. Remember the bolter tissue? You had to drop that off. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's get to the good part. Rise called me a pussy-ass bitch, because, you know, he's an asshole. And, not taking no disrespect, I went to go confront his ass. And, you know, walking back all the way through the sewers, finally getting there, I walked all the way through his area, all the way up a fucking construction site. It's crazy, man. I confronted Rise, and you wanna know how the game ended? You wanna know? You wanna know how it ended? In a quick time event. It ended in a quick time event. It ended in a fucking quick time event, dude. I spent how long and it ended in a quick time event, dude. I'm so mad. I killed him. Got back the DNA samples, that I needed to get. Remember in the beginning of the game, like all the way in the beginning, my mission sent down here, GRE showed up. Fuck them. I'm 7 pages into the script. I am more than done with this. I will if you did enjoy this video, thank you for enjoying it, and if you are even hearing this, thank you for watching to the end. I'm very appreciative that this video took me so long to make. Yeah. If you did enjoy, please consider, maybe subscribing if you want. I will be putting out more of this type of content. I will differ every so often, reasonably, depending how I feel at the time. But, yeah. I'll see you in the next video, and have a damn good day.